Yo, ho, ho, what up? What up, Dal Mafia Dolphins fans? Seems to be there quite a few of you in here today. Yes, this is the AFC East Roundtable pregame. Okay, this is a solo Dan Mitchell show here. Okay, I just wanted to go on ahead and I wanted to sort of do like a little like pregame Q&A. Had a long day at work, so I decided I wanted to have a nice little cold beer, sort of chat with the friends, see what's going on. So the actual show is going to be on Richie's channel at 7 p.m. EST. I really hope that you guys have been subscribing to the regular channel. As I believe Dwayne Wade mentioned in the live chat, he did end up saying that we are transferring over to that channel exclusively on when was it? The first week. So that Wednesday prior to Bills versus Rams, it's going to be on that channel. Right now, I'm pretty sure that we're sitting at like 975 subscribers, which is absolutely insane. And just because it's been a week, right? We announced it on Tyson's channel last week. And just to see like how crazy you guys love this show, it's absolutely insane. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to double check and see how many people that we have subscribed at this point. I do believe it's quite a few. 980. So we have 980 people. We just need 20 more right before that we end up getting into the regular season. I'm going to go ahead and post that link right in the chat. If any of my admins are in right now, go on ahead and do me a favor and pin that to the chat if there is any admin here. And then we can just sort of make that go because I'm just going off of StreamYard right now, but it should be super exciting. We have a great season ahead of us. And boom, what's going on, everybody? Let's see what's going on with this whole squad, man. I love the AFC's Roundtable fan base. Bryson LaBelle, it's been a while, my friend. What's up, dude? Not a lot. Definitely looking forward to tonight. We have a lot to talk about, especially since that last preseason game that all of us ended up playing with the Dolphins fans, with TD. Definitely have a lot of questions on their end as well, how it was going. Go Bills comes in. Let's fucking go. Let's go. And then Peter comes in and says, I thought that this was going to be on the new channel. No, we're doing one more round. So this week is Richie's. Next week, I want to say, is mine. The week before is TD's. I'm not even sure if that works out because I'm pretty sure the first game is in 15 days. So I think it's just going to be Richie's and then mine. And then the following week after that, it's going to be the AFC's Roundtable channel. So if you guys have not subscribed to that channel yet, I just posted it in the live chat. We had 7 new people have subscribed to that since then. But don't worry, there's going to be plenty of opportunities to make that happen. We got Adam Cook coming in saying, go Dolphins. Got a lot of Dolphins fans in here today. In fact, it's funny. I posted a nice little YouTube short / TikTok a bit earlier surrounding Tua. I think you guys might enjoy that a bit later. Let's see what's going on right here. We got some shit talking going on. Okay. Nick wants me to say go position by position and rank each AFC East team 1 through 4. Okay. Hey, listen, I mean, I am fine with making that content go that way. I'll tell you what, Nick, why don't you go on ahead and then why don't you list off the position that you want me to go through now, and then I will rank the position groups with each and every single one that we got. That's great content, baby. Listen, like I said, this happy hour, sitting here, we're chilling, we're vibing, we're doing our thing. Bills, Dolphins fans, whoever that may be. Wyatt Whitaker comes in and says, dude, I'm starting to like San Francisco more than Miami. Niners are just a better vibe. Oh, no, dude, you're jumping ship? You're jumping ship, bro? Dolphins fans, what do you feel about this? What do you feel about this, man? Listen, bro, like, and so I'm sure I respect you as a person. I'm sure if we were to meet, like me and you would be like homies. But, dude, like I could never understand how anyone could ever jump ship. I love the Bills for years, for absolute years, when they broke my heart, when they were absolute trash. I stuck by them through and through, yet here we are. Love what you're doing to the dog. By the way, Taylor, look at that. Beautiful. But, yeah, dude, like don't give up on your team, bro. And so they never gave up on you. They never gave up on you, bro. John says, I wouldn't let Tua date my mom. I think you're thinking about Zach Wilson. I feel like Tua would be fine, just not Zach Wilson. So you keep Zach Wilson away from my mother. We have the president of China in here, Xi Jinping. I love the AFC's roundtable. Very believable. Great, bro. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Well, we already know the QB ranking. Bills, Pats, Dolphins, Jets. Mike comes in starting it up. Okay. And so if we want to make that the theme of ranking position groups, we'll start off with quarterback. I mean, with Bills, I feel like Josh Allen just completely is leaps and bounds better than any quarterback in the division. And then behind him, Case Keenum, Matt Barkley, I really don't see making this team. And then you have to look at Miami with Tua, who has his share of struggles. I'm not ready to say that Tua is a bust, but this is his final year. If he cannot do what he needs to with the receivers that he has been granted, with the improved running game, with his improved O-line, if this man does not lead you guys to the playoffs, then he's a bust. And that's just something that you need to sort of go through. I do like that rookie, Skyler, but I mean, then again, let me tell you one thing, Dolphins fans. Let me tell you another quarterback that did very good in the preseason. His name was Nathan Peterman, and he played for the Buffalo Bills. So you really don't know how that's going to work out. So Miami, dude, I'm probably going to have to put them last, to be honest with you. I'm sorry. In your quarterback room, don't worry. I think you're going to be very happy with me when it comes to the receivers. But with the QB room, I'm going to have to go on ahead and I'm going to have to put them last. The Pats, I'm going to have to put them at third. Mac Jones, I think, is overhyped. And then Zappy, Brian Hoyer, not very strong right there. I'm only putting them above the Dolphins because Mac Jones has just had a better career thus far. And then second place, I'm going to put Zach Wilson, and then I'm going to put Flacco. And the only reason that they're at second is because both of them, in my opinion, have a bit more talent. Flacco, obviously, having that veteran leadership, I think he's still capable of playing at the NFL level. And then Zach Wilson, as long as he stays healthy, I think it would go. So quarterback, I'm going Bills, Jets, Pats, Dolphins. I'm probably getting roasted already. His Tua is trash. Most of your subs are Dolphins fans. That's great. That's good, man. Welcome to the Dom Mafia, baby. Love to hear it. This my guy Scott comes in, says that I'm ready for Friday. Virginia's a shithole. Safe travels back, man. And so I had no idea that you were there that long. Dude. But definitely looking forward to it, man. I should be there around 3:30 if all things go to plan. Oh, we got a donation from EM Baller. Thank you so much, man. You wrong. The nerd McDaniel would kick your HC's. Oh, dude. No way. It's funny that he puts that because there was an article that dropped 3 or 4 hours ago that Sean McDermott, during an interview, said that he could literally wipe the floor with anybody that challenged them right to a wrestling match. So I put some ridiculous video out. I was comparing of what a one-on-one fight between McDermott and ex-coach would be. And one of those coaches just so happened to be Mike McDaniel. And I just said that he would wipe the floor with that nerd. Check it out. But definitely be going crazy with some of my short content. John's coming in and saying that Skyler is the future in Miami. I mean, he looks good. Okay. Me being objective, and I'm not trying to be a troll. I try to be as objective as humanly possible here, but it's the preseason, bro. It's the preseason. Nathan Peterman looked great for the Bills in the preseason as well. He always looks good in the preseason. We won't know. I would say the Jets had Mike Smith until the Bills as short as Mike White, but yes, spin. I definitely understand here. Mike White. What's up, Dan? Go Bills. Hawk already signed with Indy. I did see that. I mean, honestly, I think Dolphins fans can definitely agree with us that Hawk is probably like one of the lower level, lower tier punters out there. I knew going into it, once we ended up spending a draft pick on a punter, whether or not that it was in the 5th, 6th, or 7th, that he was going to be the guy, unless he royally fucked up. But he's fine when it comes down to it. How would you rank the AFC East secondary? Cameron. Okay. Ooh, that's tight. That is really, really tight. Ideally, this is really hard. This is really, really hard because Miami has great corners. They have great corners, like lockdown elite corners. And then the Bills, we have Trey White, but is he going to be the same when he comes back from his ACL? We have Alam, we have Taron Johnson, absolute great slot corner. As far as corners are concerned, like health-wise, like where they're at, I say that the Dolphins have us like on the outside corner game. Safeties, the Bills. So I think it's a toss-up between the Bills and the Dolphins for the number one spot when it comes into overall secondary. The only thing that I would say that puts the Bills above is that I just think that the Bills have a much better defensive-minded coach than the Dolphins. I think that they use the weapons granted to them a lot better than what the Dolphins do. So I'd probably give the Bills a slight edge there. Safeties, 1,010%. Pass rush, from what I've seen this preseason, Bills have that lockdown. Oh, Mr. Diggs says AFC East running back rooms will be interesting. 1-4. 1-4. I'll tell you what, the Bills are. They're not number one. They're not number two. Okay, I'm going to put the Jets at number one in the run game. They have absolute studs. Youth. They can run the ball. They should be able to run the ball this year. I have every expectation on the face of the planet that the Jets will be able to run the football this year. Number two, Dolphins. They did end up getting several pickups, which I think is going to be good on their end. Solid run game. The Pats, and then the Bills are last for run game. Not unless you account for Josh Allen. If Josh Allen is getting those rush yards in, then I'd put us at 3, maybe 2. But solely running backs, the Bills are like 3rd or 4th. The Jets having the best run game in the division, in my opinion. John comes in. What's up, Dan? Sorry to be late. That's cool, man. Welcome to the squad. So with EM, he probably would. So didn't he go to Yale or some shit? And so did you hear that the Dolphins might trade Gesicki? Why? Why would they trade Gesicki? I feel like that's just giving away a weapon, especially if you're being serious about making a run for the playoffs this year. I mean, I really don't make a lot of sense of it, but then again, I'm not an NFL GM or head coach. But I mean, I suppose that you guys could probably provide a bit more insight here for me. Singletary is better than Mostert. I'm going to bite my tongue there. And so Singletary has a lot to prove to me this year. I was a huge fan his rookie year. 2nd and 3rd year, not so much. So I'm really hoping that he could prove me wrong. I'm really excited about James Cook. I'm very excited about James Cook this year. But that's about the extent of it. There's nothing more that I would love for the Bills to establish a run game this year. Just so we can save Josh Allen, right? And really open up his game. But we shall see. We shall see. We got Spin coming in saying that secondary is Bills, Miami, Pats, Jets. Oh, yeah. And so I forgot to go on ahead and put 3 and 4. Yeah, I'd say like Jets and Pats are like 3 and 4. Like both of them really don't have anything that's exciting since the Pats ended up shipping off J.C. Jackson. And the Jets really don't have a lot on the secondary side of things. Their run defense is historically very good, but I suppose the Jets just ended up getting Sauce Gardner, but the end of the day, I'm not going to put a lot of weight into a rookie until I see what he can do his rookie year. No Name Finn's YouTube. Yo, bro, listen, man, you heard me say that running backs, Bills were like last in the division. I said we're running backs. What's up, Dillinger? It's good, bro. How you doing? So Dwayne Wade said that our run game is trash. I feel like you guys should be okay this year. Oh, Scott coming in saying the Bills should sign/start Cam Newton. I'm good, man. I'm good. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to him being a backup. I think that he would probably be a better option than Case Keenum, but yeah, I'm not sure about that, man. This is Josh's year. He's about to go out there and shit on some defenses. Absolutely fine with it. Brian Buck comes in and says, who is Buffalo going to keep in the running back room this year? Hands down Singletary, hands down James Cook. This is where it gets interesting. I think number 3 is going to be Zach Moss. And then I think number 4 is going to be Tywan Jones, exclusively for special teams. I know that a lot of people are in love with Raheem Blackshear, but as good as he has been in the preseason, I believe it was Joe Marino who said on his podcast a couple of days ago, he's a depth running back. That's like one of the easiest things to find in the NFL when you're in a pinch. I don't see us carrying more than 4 running backs in the final 53-man roster. So I don't foresee Blackshear making this squad. And then same thing with Duke Johnson. I did have Duke Johnson sort of rolling up and making this squad over Zach Moss, but I think Zach Moss performed well enough during the preseason where he ended up locking up a spot. Thanks, Scott, man. We'll see you on Friday, brother. So looking forward to it. We're keeping Motor, Moss, and Cook. Yeah, and then most likely Tywan Jones as well. Most likely Tywan Jones. So Aiden's coming through and says, do you think that Elam can hold it down as cornerback 2 for the beginning of the season? Yes, I can. But can he hold it down as a CB1? We still have no idea what's going on with Trey White. Are we going to activate him and list him active on the 53, or are we going to put him on the PUP list where he's out for 4 weeks going into it? I have confidence. I think that it helps him that he is sort of a team with one of the best safety tandems in the entire NFL. That certainly helps him out. But yeah. I mean, I definitely have some pretty high expectations for him, as much as I would give a rookie. But yeah, dude, it's kind of where I'm at. Cam comes in, says, Dan, who do you think that went first in their division last season could go first to last this season? I say the Chiefs is likely. That's a hot take, Cam. It's a very hot take. I would almost be prone to agreeing with you, actually. Just because if you look at that division, the Chargers have gotten significantly better. Some would say outside of the Buffalo Bills, they have the scariest roster in the NFL. I am picking them to go first. Denver obviously picked up Russell Wilson. That makes their team significantly better. The Raiders, absolute sleepers. Absolute sleepers. I think Derek Carr is slept on tremendously. If the Chiefs were to go last, do I see them being shitty? No, I don't. But I just see them perhaps being one of the first teams in history to finish last in the division with a winning record. I think the Chiefs could definitely see a huge knockdown when it comes into final standings. It's a great take. That's a great take. In fact, I'm actually really curious to see if what y'all think. It's the one team that made first place last year in their division that's most likely to finish last. I think the Chiefs are probably the best way to go through. So Matthew Smith comes in and says, I live in Charlotte. Should I even bother going to the Bills-Panthers preseason game on Friday? First off, if there's any opportunity to go to any type of game, I used to live in Charlotte for a while myself. And I used to love when the Bills would come down right to Carolina. Even if you don't go to the game, say that you go to Tavern on the Tracks, which is one of my favorite Bills bars ever that's not in Buffalo. It's a great time. It's a really, really good time. I was actually going to go there myself. This Friday, but then I actually ended up having plans with some friends this weekend, so I will not be able to be in attendance. But yeah, dude, 110%. I know that McDermott and the coaching staff said that starters will not play. I'm not pissed about that. I'm not pissed about that at all. I feel like that they need to be rested, not prone to any injury, and just be able to hit Los Angeles full force on Thursday the 8th. So we'll go from there. Let's go ahead and scroll down here a bit. Big Bucket talks. Bengals quickest franchise turnaround in history. Yeah, dude. It's like really, really funny to see like what like a quarterback and like what like a new coach can do, some new offensive weapons. I mean, honestly, I think the Bengals probably had a very, very impressive turnaround. I see a couple of people hopping in right now and saying that the Bengals are more likely to have a first place situation from last year and then end up going all the way down to the bottom of the league. The only team that I would say, probably not, because I think that the Bengals would definitely have a better record than them, would be the Steelers. The Steelers defense is still great. I know that Tomlin has never had a losing season, right? I don't think that he's ever finished below 500. I'm pretty sure in his entire career. So that's always been super impressive on my end. The Ravens, bro, like they have nobody. They have nobody this year that when it comes down to the offensive weapons, the Ravens have Lamar and Mark Andrews. That's it. I have a feeling the Ravens are about to be absolute doo-doo this year. In fact, if I was a gambling man, wouldn't be opposed to putting a little bit of money down and taking the under of how many expected wins the Ravens should have this year, because I feel like that should be pretty easy money. As Matthew Smith says, I just kind of want to see the punt god do his thing in person. Dude, if that's the thing, do it. Do it. Little Allen, what's going on, man? Listen, dude, this is actually the this is the AFC's Roundtable pregame. So this is an exclusive Dan Mitchell show here. The AFC's Roundtable is starting at 7 p.m., so in a half hour, and that's on Richie's channel. This is just a pregame where all of us can, sort of have a couple of drinks, hang out, shoot the shit, and talk football. But yeah, that starts in a half hour, and it's on Richie's channel. And so I'm planning on doing this like every week, And so I like talking to some Dolphins fans, some Dom Mafia. And so we got my guy coming in here saying that the Dolphins will turn around. Listen, man, if Tua can take a step forward, y'all will be 1,010%. And so the Ravens are going to suck this year. I'm sorry. But I just think the Ravens are going to suck this year. Bengals, Ravens, Browns, Steelers. Yeah. I mean, with Deshaun being out for 11 weeks, it's not doing them any favors at all. What's up, Mel? It's good to see you, bro. This little AFC's Roundtable, this little pregame, having some conversations with some guys. James Cook is going to be a monster. Listen, I was very impressed with some of the runs that he spurted off against the Broncos this past weekend. Very excited, especially because when he was at UGA, he really wasn't used for a lot of those scenarios. He was more so like the pass catching back, but super, super excited to see what's going on. Nick comes in and says, if the Dolphins were smart, they'd cut to it and trade for Keenum. That's a good troll job right there, man. I love that. I love it. Does Cleveland play Houston in Houston? I'm pretty sure. Exactly why I think that he got suspended for as long as he did. The NFL wants to sell tickets. They know that game is going to be absolutely watched by everybody on the face of the planet. Watson's first game will be against Houston in Houston. I'm very curious to see if Brissett can like at least keep them at 500. I'm very curious to see if Brissett can keep the Cleveland Browns at 500. If he can, and then say, for example, that Watson wins out and he leads them into the playoffs, maybe like scounges a couple of playoff wins, that would be a story. And because I know what Watson did was terrible, it's disgusting. And I know even half of Cleveland hates this dude. I'd say 3/4 of Cleveland hates this guy. But you know what? It's very hard. It's very, very hard to stay mad at a winner. It's very hard to stay mad at a winner. What a lot of people don't understand is that when Jim Kelly, when he was drafted and he said, fuck that, I'm not going to the Buffalo Bills. I'm going to go play in the USFL for a couple of years. Once that league ended up going defunct, completely down the drain, he came back. Everyone hated him. They're like, oh, you didn't want us? Then he started winning. No one talks about it anymore. Winning cures all, man. Winning cures all. Looks like James Cook is looking at Alvin Kamara 2.0. Please speak that into existence. Speak that into existence. There's nothing more than I would love to see. Yo, that is great. Someone just ended up putting it in and saying that the AFC's Roundtable channel has 993 subscribers. Okay, guys, listen. Like I said, the AFC's Roundtable is exclusively moving to our own channel. First episode is the week of week 1. We only need 8 more subscribers for 1,000. Luna, no. It's my husky freaking out over there. She's hyping y'all up. She's like, why the hell did you not subscribe to the AFC's Roundtable channel? Link's right there. Hit that. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to refresh the screen real fast. We got one more, 994. Let's hit 1,000. Let's hit 1,000 so I can go into the actual AFC's Roundtable episode on Rich's channel and just absolutely flex. And just be like, the pregame was what did it. The pregame was what did it. That's exactly how we got to play it out. Tranquilize comes in, says, Dan, I'm a huge Finns fan, but ever since watching AFC's Roundtable, I've grown to like you. You have every right to brag and be loud like TD always does, but you always act pretty humble. Respect. Thanks, Tranquilize. I appreciate that, man. Listen, dude, honestly, like I said, I just love football. And I mean, I always encourage everybody to, you know, sort of just hang out with me right during my live streams. Watch my content. Absolutely cool, man. No issue with that whatsoever. In fact, it's funny because I would say a large percentage of my channel subscribers would have to be Dolphins fans. And really all my jokes are just jokes, bro. Like, it's just like good old fashioned football trash talk and nothing's ever personal. I just love the game, man. I just love the game, especially the rivalry that we've been able to really be able to create. Curtis K. So it looks like my boy Curtis comes in and says, Josh Allen better not take a step back this year. It's only been up. Hard to imagine he does, right? Dude, honestly, with the way that he's been playing the past 2 years at his peak, if he takes a step back, and I'm talking just like a step back, he would still be probably top 5 in the league for a lot of statistics. He has had absolutely ungodly seasons, especially these past 2. Last year, I know it was sort of on and off. We did have some offensive line issues here and there, but I really don't see a world, knock on wood, unless there's like massive injuries in the offensive line side of things, or even with him, knock on wood, like I'm saying, I'm not speaking this into existence at all. I refuse to. But no, dude. Like really when it comes down to it, I see him being even better this year, which is very hard to imagine. But I think that this is a unanimous MVP sort of season for the guy. Unanimous MVP season for the guy. Vlad comes in and says, I got a husky too. Yo, dude, like I'm like living with like a farm of dogs over here, bro. I'm like living over here with a farm of dogs. My girl loves some dogs, bro. So I got a husky. I have a Shih Tzu Pomeranian. Super sweet. It's my buddy. Like back in the day, like I never thought that I would be a small dog guy. Like I've always been like a big dog guy. But once I met my girl's like small little pooch, one of my best friends, bro. Love him to death. And then we have our new puppy, who is a Kang Corso and a Collie mix. And his name is Groot, bro. Like the Marvel character, and also our defensive end for the Buffalo Bills. Farm of dogs, bro. Farm of dogs. Bills Mafia is coming in and saying that Josh Allen hasn't even hit his prime yet. I hope so. Dude, this is our year, dude. And so I know that you probably heard me say this before, but when you look at what we put together on paper, we have the best defense in the league. We have the best offense in the league, right? And like I'm talking as objectively as possible. I'm really trying to step outside and like pretend I'm not a Bills fan, look at the roster and say, okay, we got a pretty fucking good squad, right? And if we can't do it this year, then I don't think it's going to happen. It's got to be this year. It's got to be this year. We're stacked. We got to make it happen. Got to make it happen this year, man. Let's see what we got here. Jameson Brooks comes in and says, Dan, how many times do you think Tim Settle will sack Tua? 3 first game. 3 first game I'm seeing. And then I think Von Miller will probably get 1. I think Ed Oliver is going to get 1. I have a feeling Tua is about to be on his ass a lot that first game. I really, really do. In fact, I feel like the majority of the quarterbacks that we face, Stafford I want to see on his ass a lot game 1. Stafford I want to see on his ass a lot more. Shake Money, $5 donation. I appreciate that. Hate your team. Love you and your channel. Much respect until week 3. Shake Money, I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much for the donation. Helps out the channel a lot. I'm really excited to see how Tua makes that next step this year. I think that you guys have a scary-ass receiving core, fast as hell. I'm really hoping that Trey White's available, like on week 3. But we'll see what's going on, dude. Thank you so much for the support, bro. I really, really appreciate that. You have no idea. And my guy Tranquilize says 3 first game. Come on, man. Oh, no. I'm just trolling, bro. I'm just trolling. This is the year, no doubt. Super Bowl winning year. We got to do it, dude. We got to do it, or I think that it might not happen. This is where we're at when it comes down into any type of like cap situation where we have all the youth. I know that Brandon Beane has drafted well in the past, and I mean, he's like a wizard when it comes into contracts, extensions, freeing up money. So I think that that's just kind of like how it works out. But we'll see what's going on. Looks like Epinesa took Tua's ass out of the game. Oh, yeah, last year about that one hit you're talking about. Yeah, I remember that. This year's D-line is the best that McDermott has had since being a head coach. Going to take a lot of pressure off of the secondary. Kyle, great point. Because what a lot of people I've noticed within Bills Twitter or within the Bills community, they're like, oh, man, like I'm sort of nervous. Like, what if Trey White comes back? And what if he's not quite the same Trey White? Or what if we need to rely on our like rookie corners, like be able to make plays? The fact that the Buffalo Bills aren't used to, especially since the McDermott area, having an adequate pass rush. Like having an adequate pass rush, that really opens up a lot of things for the secondary. It makes a lot of average secondaries look amazing, okay? Like the Chiefs are probably one of the best examples in that. Like when any time that I've ever done a pregame against the Chiefs the past couple of years, I always looked at surface level of overall like talent in the secondary. And I was like, oh, like they're trash. Like, I mean, like Josh is going to be able to throw all over them. And minus the playoff game last year, for the most part, it was never always the case because of the pressure. Same exact thing with a lot of teams. If you have a good pass rush, you can get away with having above average secondary play. So must be something good. Josh Richards comes in, $5 donation. Thank you so much, bro. You have no idea how much this helps out the channel. You are the absolute man. What's up, Dan? Always a pleasure to watch. 14-3 Super Bowl champs, Josh Allen MVP, and Sean McDermott Coach of the Year. Dude, I love it. I love it. 14-3 is good. just out of curiosity, who do you think we're losing to? Who are the Bills' 3 losses? And so I got the Bills going 15-2, and I have us losing to the Rams week 1. And people probably think I'm crazy for saying this, but Rams week 1. And then I have us losing to – who else did I have us losing to? I did have us like against the Ravens, but then once I started looking at the receiving like squad, I was like, who the hell is Lamar going to throw it to? You know? But maybe the Dolphins. Maybe the Dolphins. I can see us splitting with the Dolphins this year. Don't tell TD I said that. Okay? I think that they might get us once. I think they might. Mike comes in with a great point as well. Defensive line is also going to make Edmonds look better, which is great because I feel like that he needs to prove himself. He's still young though, y'all. He's like 23, 24. Like I always forget that he came into the league his rookie season. He was 20. He couldn't even like buy a beer. And so he couldn't even go to the club for a beer his first year when he was making absolute crazy stuff. Y'all will sweep us. No one thinks that we're going to sweep. I mean, I hope so. And MB41 comes in and says, Josh Allen will never lose to the Dolphins. Let's see. So Jameson comes in and says that if the Bills lose, it's because of themselves. Yeah, dude. I mean, I could say several losses last year on the Bills were because of us. We just beat ourselves. We just went in the season too cocky, thinking that we were the best team in the NFL, which I thought we were. This year, I think that we have just the right amount of humbleness where I think that things might be a little bit different on our end, which should be pretty solid. I don't even know. It's been a solid little happy hour, bro. Solid little pregame for the AFC's Roundtable. I'm thinking about doing this every single Roundtable Eve, right? Like an hour before the Roundtable, I'm going to hop on here. We can talk shit. We can talk a little football. We talk Bills, Dolphins, Jets, Patriots, whatever you want to do. The pregame of the pregame. Hop on in. These rivalry games, you just never know. Exactly, bro. You don't. Shake Money comes in and says, where is Von Miller playing on this defense? He's going to be defensive end. He's typically a linebacker in 3-4 defenses, but since Bills run a 4-3, he's going to be a defensive end for us. Super excited about that. Super excited to see what he's able to do, and I'm hoping that he can stay healthy. Tranquilize comes in. Dan, I haven't followed Buffalo too closely, and I'm sure you may have already discussed this, but how does losing Dable affect you guys? From what I've seen so far in the preseason, I feel like that it may even be a bit of an improvement. The thing with Dable is that I feel like that he rode on the fact that he had a quarterback that had the ability of improvising, right? A lot of the big plays that Josh Allen made while Dable was play calling, like big plays, I'm talking highlight reels, were when the play that Dable called broke apart and Josh Allen just improvised and made some absolutely crazy ass play. With Dorsey now with the helm, granted, the only thing that I saw Dorsey do with our starters was 3 passes against Denver this past weekend. It looks good, but this is a hard take, but I feel like Dable will probably be without a job in 3 years. I feel like that he was just lucky enough to have a quarterback that was able to improvise. I think that we're really not going to notice much of a difference. I think that we might even see a bit of an improvement as well. Super excited to see how it plays out, but I'm really not concerned, honestly. Just honestly think Bills upgraded the OC with Dorsey taking over from Dable, 1,000%. And so I can reiterate that. So you getting out of here, bro? Have fun, man. So let me see. All these Dolphins fans in here with the first talk shit about Tua, and now y'all saying he's taking on the Super Bowl. Hey, man, listen, most Dolphins fans in here have been super humble. It's just like some of the crazy TD guys, you know what I mean? It's some of the crazy, like, TD diehard fans. And so I don't even blame them. I blame TD for brainwashing them. That's all I do. Will comes in and says, Dable kind of sucked because he ran the same game plan no matter what team he was facing, the weather on the importance of the game, same exact thing. Yeah, I thought that he lacked creativity, and Josh Allen just made him look creative. Right here. Let me go ahead and pull up this real fast because I'm going to start wrapping this up because I got to prep for the regular show. But let me go ahead and put the link in here so everyone can get ready for what's going on here. NY Jets Media. Got it? Perfect. All right, y'all. So this right here, what's up, Clay? It's good to see you. He runs a Panthers channel. He's the homie. All right. So this right here, this is the link to the actual AFC East Roundtable show. It's going to be starting in about 15 minutes. It's on Richie's channel. Say that I have any of my admins in the chat right now. Do me a favor and pin that to the chat. But this is the link. So make sure that everybody is in tune. It's going to be me and Master, Richie, and TD. So we're going to be talking about all the topics that are surrounding our team. Normally when Richie hosts it, he does a fantastic job. So definitely don't miss out. I expect all 113 of you to be there watching the damn game, baby. Oh, dude, official. It's official. We have 1,000 subscribers on the AFC East Roundtable channel. Super, super excited. Mel comes in and asks if I'm going to the Panthers game this weekend. Bro, I want to. I really, really want to, but I ended up making plans with some friends out in South Carolina for the weekend, so I'm not going to be able to make it. But if there was any other reality, I would be there. If there was any other reality, I would be there because there's a lot of Bills Mafia out in Charlotte. Absolutely crazy. Looks like Jonah comes in and says, I work in Japan, so I'm just getting to work. I'll catch you when I get off. Jonah, dude. Just have a good day, man. That's crazy. Japan? It's wild. And so you got to tell me that story one of these days. It's crazy. All right. But anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in right to the AFC's Roundtable pregame. Like I said, I'm going to be doing this probably each and every single week, whether or not that it's on my channel or not, because I just enjoy this. I love talking football with Bills Mafia, with the Dolphins, Jets, Pats, etc. Love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in about 10 to 15 minutes over on Rich's channel. Deuces.